About 1900 years ago, a huge pit was discovered on a remote island in the southern part of the Bieliska Sea. It is about 1,000 meters in diameter and its depth is still unknown today. Dangerous primitive creatures and mysterious relics seduce adventurers in search of wealth that has grown into a vast city beckoned by a thirst for adventures into unknown legends over the years. The Great Pit is known as the Abyss. The story starts with a girl called Rico and a boy called Nat. They go to a school special for cave riders, and at Red Whistle rank they can only go for about 100 meters to the abyss. Rico wants to get the highest valuation from all Red Whistle. When they were walking, they saw a big gondola used for the 600-meter group. Rico starts excavating, and she is shocked to see a skeleton buried there. She got a lot of stuff. When she was walking to get back, she saw a big crimson split jaw getting close to Nat, who fainted. Nat's bag was eaten. Rico, who sees Nat almost get eaten, distract the monster by blowing her whistle. Unfortunately, she got hit by its tail and fell into a hole. The monster chased Rico all the way to the end of the cliff. When she got nowhere to run, she shouted for help, and suddenly there's a big laser beam shot from afar, and the crimson split jaw escaped. The laser beam makes the petrified trees melt. When she wanted to see who is helping her, she walked into the direction of the laser beam and saw someone fainted. She came closer to see the person and found traces of the laser beam from the hand. When inspecting, she determined that he is a robot and wondered where he came from. Rico carried him because he is not moving, and Nat, who awoke, found Rico and helped her carry the robot. Arriving in the city, on the way to Balcarrow Orphanage they meet Shiggy, the same group of Red Whistle. They wanted to bring the robot boy to the Balcarrow Orphanage. But the director of the orphanage is keeping watch on the front door, so they have to find a way to get in. Shiggy has an idea to distract her, so they can sneak in. Nat sneaks out and asks a little boy using sign language for help. When the director is distracted, they successfully sneak in. The next day, after class, the leader asks her to stay to talk about Nat's bag that has gone eaten by the monster. Rico starts talking and almost spills out about the robot boy. Fortunately, the leader doesn't really notice. Rico becomes impatient and asks her leader to assign her to somewhere deeper, because she wants to become White Whistle to catch up with her mother. But his leader told her to develop some skill first so she can cave raid more efficiently, and said she can't, and told her to keep her head down and work hard. After that, Rico went to wake the robot boy using electricity and started interrogating the robot boy after he woke up. The boy doesn't know that he is a robot. Rico and friends thought that robot boy lost his memory because the electricity is too strong. The electricity made the whole orphanage power failure, so the leader headed straight to Rico's room. Shiggy, Nat and Kiyu immediately went back to their room through the window. Rico thinks about what to do and hides the robot boy using a blanket. The leader came inside and checked the blanket because it's suspicious, but fortunately the robot boy hid himself by hanging from the ceiling. She has to clean the orphanage and write an apology report because of today's incident. When the robot boy came down from the ceiling, he's confused and checked everything about his body. Rico sneaks away from the leader and comes to her room and runs away together with the robot boy using his stretching arm. She named the robot boy as Rag. When asked why, she said it's her former dog's name. While watching the sunset together, she told him that this is the city of the Great Pit called Orth. Rag is bemused looking at the view, and Rico told him that she found him from the depth of the abyss. At Balcarrow Orphanage, Rico is very optimistic about Rag, who will not get any curse of the abyss because he is a robot. But when Shiggy opened the compilation of recorded relics, he did not find anything like Rag. Shiggy assumes that Rag's body is a bundle of a special grade of relics, called Obad, a supreme treasure of the netherworld. And told everyone that maybe if they know Rag is an Obad, he will be taken away, and his existence will be concealed. He may even be dismantled. Rico, Shiggy and Nat jobs start tomorrow and they can't keep Rag hidden, so Shiggy has a brilliant idea. The strategy is called, bring together the leader and Rag. After they brief Rag some random background story. Rag meets the leader in front of Balcarrow Orphanage, and tells the background story of her sister that died last year and wanting to be cave riders. The leader successfully tricked and Rag became a trainee. When Rico is watching a creature named Hammerbrake feeding its child, suddenly a big bird came and ate Hammerbrake. At Orth, a White Whistle is remembered as a hero of cave riders and will be celebrated when they come back to the surface. 2 months had passed. The day arrived when Habbo, a Black Whistle, and his team came back from Abyss. Rico asked Rag and hurriedly went to the Grand Pier. Arrived at the Grand Pier, they see Habbo handing a White Whistle and some documents, and someone from the audience recognizes that it belongs to Liza the Annihilator, Rico's mom. At the principal room at Balcarrow, Habbo gave Rico the White Whistle, saying that Liza is missing in action. There are 5 ranks of the whistle, starting from Red Whistle the apprentice, the second is Blue Whistle, third is Moon Whistle the assistant instructor, fourth is the expert Black Whistle, and last, the master who has surpassed their human limitations to challenge the abyss, White Whistle. At the Resurrection Festival, Riko at Backstreet keeps looking at her mom's whistle and Leader comes to see her. He told Riko the truth about her birth, about her vision, that she suffers from a headache if not see things through crystal lenses because of the curse of abyss. Riko thought that her vision was bad because of reading in the dark, but the Leader told her about her mom Liza when she was pregnant when she had to go to the fourth layer because of a special mission ordered by the country for retrieving special grade relics, called Unheard Bell. Their cave riding proved arduous and stretched on over 10 months. The survey team was nearly wiped out. His father Black Whistle, named Torka, lost his life there. And in the midst of it all, Riko was born. She can go to the surface thanks to Liza's curse-repelling vessel. However, it was very heavy. Liza abandoned the Unheard Bell and chose Riko. Leaving prestige, riches, her comrade, and their trust, she is willing to give it up for Riko. He told Riko because he wants Riko to choose her own life. She becomes cheerful. Rag wants to ask her what happened. Her leader came and said that Riko has permission to view the sealed document from her mom. Leader asks Rag to go with her and they go together to look at the document. Riko is shocked that there is a paper that looks similar to Rag, and the letter said at the netherworld bottom, she will be waiting. At night, they gather together. Riko said that she will head to the bottom of the abyss, where her mom is waiting. Nat is against it, because they can't play together again. They argue, until punching each other. The next day, Nat taught Rag how to dig and found something that looked like a relic. When Nat tells Rag to see something over there, he is shocked to see a skeleton and runs to where Nat is. Nat, who has an idea, scared Rag using a fake story. But Rag answered seriously that he wanted to find the truth about his creation, why he went up from the abyss. Won't he find all the answers when he arrived at the bottom of the abyss? Nat is against Riko and Rag who want to go to the abyss, suddenly gets angry and says that Riko and Rag are crazy. When Rag and Nat were walking, Nat suddenly started feeling unwell because of the curse of the abyss. But he keep on going. Rag, who is unfazed by the curse of the abyss, thinks about what he is and what is down there in the abyss. At night, Riko already packs all her things and decides to descend tomorrow dawn, but she doesn't really know how to go down. Rag is curious about where he came from and offers himself to join Riko. Riko is very happy till she cries to the fact that Rag said he will protect her. Shiggy already knows that their plan is dull, so he gives them the latest map of the abyss so they will not get lost. Nat, who doesn't want Riko to go, snapped and shouted that her mom already died long ago, but Riko already knows despite that she still wants to go. Rag asks Riko to make up with Nat because maybe this is their last chance to meet. Rag said goodbye to Kiyu. When he left Kiyu's room, the leader was on patrol and found Rag. But the leader seemed to already know what was going on and purposely let him go. They all went to meet and go to the wharf quarter in the slums because that's the only good spot to enter. Nat came to Riko and they made up. Arriving at the spot to descend, Nat and Riko cried together and said that they will always be connected through the abyss. And they started their journey. The ongoing journey in the abyss. Rag uses his stretching metal hands to protect their area when they are sleeping. Curious Riko touches his hand and wakes Rag up. They are at the edge of the abyss 820 meter depth in. Riko runs to the edge to see the edge clearly. She is so happy and said that at this pace she can reach the netherworld in no time. Riko is hungry, so Rag catches some fish to eat. After they clean up, Riko is playing with her star compass and loses it. When Riko is sad, Rag suddenly remembered the envelope and gave it to her. The inside of the envelope was a copy of information from her mom that was sealed. Rag realizes that the envelope was from Leader that secretly put it in Rag pocket, when he found Rag. There is also a red paper, written, "I will depart at dawn, to come capture you." They panicked and immediately rushed out of the place and wiped the traces. When they're running, suddenly Riko steps on something and a big insect called Silkfang comes from behind. Rag right away attacks it by grabbing the insect with his metal hand and jumps down because Silkfang cannot leave his territory. Finally they saw the second layer, the Forest of Temptation. Riko's legs give up because she is still not used to the situation, and they both take a break. When they are resting, Rag sees something flashy, and sees someone running straight to them. Rag and Riko run and run but the person still catches up to them. It turns out that it's Habo, Riko's uncle. Habo said that, so this is the supreme treasure of the netherworld and checked Rag everything. Uncle Habo came to them because Nat and Shiggy succeeded in persuading Habo to help them pass the second layer, But Rico declined the help from Habo and showed the paper from the leader. Habo gives her a vaccine for the second layer that Blue Whistle and uptake. It will generally spare from picking up the diving illness down there. He also gave her some mustard steamed buns. Habo also gave a warning to them, to be wary of the White Whistle named Unmoving Ozan and hug them. He remembered when Rico was a child, he knew this day would come. They continued their journey and arrived at the second layer. But they can't let their guard down because it's even dangerous down here. The huge leaves in the second layer help them to hide and the little leaves sprout always point towards the north of the abyss, same with the branches, it always points out toward the center of the abyss. Rag is impressed by how smart Rico is. They are discussing heading to Seeker Camp when suddenly Rag hears someone crying for help from afar. They see someone lying down attacked by some huge bird, named Corpse Weeper. Suddenly there is another Corpse Weeper flying from behind and take Rico away. Rag calmly aims for the bird using his metal arm, but the other Corpse Weeper blocks it. While Rag gets assaulted by so many Corpse Weeper, Rico is being fed to the baby bird. In that moment Rag remembered something like this happening in the past, and shot a big laser beam from his hand and saved her. Both of them are safe, but Rico got affected by the curse of ascending from the second layer, which is more damaging. Rag lay Rico down. After a while Rico woke up. She saw Rag check her naked body. Rag thought that she might get injured because she took a long time to wake up. Rag blushes, but Rico is fine because she thinks Rag is a robot. Rico was so shocked when she saw the after effects of Rag laser beam. She is so happy seeing Rag can use that laser beam, she even named it as the incinerator. Rag is feeling down because he thinks if he cannot control it and hit Rico with the incinerator, he doesn't want that. But Rico assures Rag that he will be able to control that power quite well. After that he fainted. He had a nightmare, dreaming Rico got eaten by the Corpse Sweeper. He wakes up and asks Rico what happened. She said that her memo is gone and the clasp of her pouch also got busted. But she moves on too fast and will make a new one. After that they start cooking and eating. Rag likes the taste, but it turns out the meat is from the corpse killer that he killed. After finishing eating, they moved again. They arrived at the lowest area of the second layer, inverted forest. The wind there is blowing crazy. Rico felt cold. Rag gives her his mantle so she feels warmer. Suddenly a symbol appeared on his helmet, and it's disappearing. Suddenly he got hit by a stone. They encountered a creature named Monkey called Inbios. They were angry like they're saying this is our turf. Fortunately they succeeded in fleeing and moved again to the direction of the Seeker Camper. They arrived at Seeker Camp. But Rico is confused because when a cave rider is approaching the Seeker Camp someone will lower the gondola to go up. She asks Rag to stretch his arm to the gondola. Someone mysterious held his hand. The gondola came down. Someone approaches. She is the White Whistle, Ozan the Immovable. Ozan says that it's not good for Red Whistle to come down here, but interested in how they managed to come so far. She leaves and asks her assistant Marulk to accompany them. Ozan also gives them 2 Blue Whistles temporarily while they're here, and will hold Liza the White Whistle until they continue the journey. Seeker Camp has been built within the hollows of a tree called Great Porta. Marulk shows them the bath. Rico cleans up first. She comes out naked, and they blushes. After they clean up, they eat together. Rico seems so excited seeing unused relic grade 4. Marulk offered them to cave riding around there so they can stay longer. Rico is excited to hear that, but she needs to decline Marulk offer, because she wants to meet her mom. At night when they were sleeping, Rico wanted to pee, so she went outside walking in the hall. Suddenly she saw a shadow and chased it. She thought it's Ozan, but it's a monster, so she ran away and hid inside Rag bed and peed on it. Ozan came. Rico said sorry for peeing the bed and bowed down. Neither Habo or the leader tell her anything, so Ozan asks her if she wants to know about her mom. Rag and Rico go together following Ozan. Ozan told them that Liza is dead. She found the whistle and seal letter at the grave. From the 4th layer, there is the cluster of eternal fortunes, and a grave had been dug there. Rico still didn't believe her and took out a paper that is Liza handwriting, but Ozan said it's not her handwriting. She asks again about their motivation to go to the Netherworld. Rico said she wants to know about Rag too. The feelings got intense. They followed Ozan to her chamber. When they entered, they saw the relic that brought Rico to the surface, curse-repelling vessel. Ozan explained about the relic that when Liza delivered using the vessel, Rico was already dead and started moving again. The monster that Rico saw yesterday was when Ozan put the meat for dinner in the vessel and the meat got loose and ran away. Ozan with a menacing face said Rico is the same as the meat and wondered how long she will last. Even when Marulk tried to stop Ozan, she didn't stop. Eeg intercepts by holding Ozen's hand when she tries to hurt Riko. Ozen says that, "Do you know why there is no Obad found? It's not that there is no Obad, it simply must not exist." She is glad that Rag lost his memory and wants to dispose of him immediately. Ozen is too strong, her characteristic of becoming a white whistle is her overwhelming strength. Nevertheless, Rag tries to bind her with his hands, yet Ozen easily gets free from it and slams Rag to the ground hard. Riko, who returned from the shock, tried to save Rag, but she got knocked with a finger. Rag, seeing Riko bleeding, tried to use the incinerator, Ozen with her power directing Rag's hand to Riko. Thankfully, Rag kicked his hand so the laser didn't hit anyone. Rag uses the opportunity and kicks Ozen when she is amazed by the incinerator. Ozen's clothes got torn and her arm is showing something she embedded called Thousand Men Wedges, so she can live long. Rag instantly got defeated by her. When Riko woke up, she saw Rag get held unconsciously by Ozen. She cried and screamed. Ozen stepped on him and said, "Both of you are unfit for this." That is it for part 1, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell button so you don't miss part 2.